All right, everybody. It's the man called Dave with the Working Fans Podcast. And today we have a very, very special guest, a woman who's been in so many of the territories from back in the day. We're talking world class. We're talking Bill Watts' Mid-South UWF, ECW. I will always remember her as the first lady of WCW, though, the legendary Missy Hyatt. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, thank you for having me. And when I worked for GCW, I got to ride with three of the other girls from Detroit to Rochester, New York. It was a lot. We drove like halfway, and then we stayed in a hotel and drove the rest of the way the next morning. I'm asking them questions like, "So, do you guys speak Carney?" And I'm asking them insider questions and stuff, and they were so funny. I had the best time. GCW is, in my opinion, the best wrestling organization out there. Beats WWE, beats AEW, beats TNA. GCW and Brett Lauderdale are the most awesome people out there. I love it.
I was going to ask you about that because I saw that and I saw you working with Blake Christensen and
Blake is awesome. He's so underrated. This kid, if he would just get a little bit more muscular, he could be a champion in any territory. He is so phenomenally talented. And Joey Janela is phenomenally talented. Yeah. That whole locker room is so much talent in that locker room.
Yeah, I believe
it. That little micro man sitting over there on his suitcase like it's a pot of gold. I love Micro Man. He's my favorite.
Joey Janela, I feel like he's such a fan of like wrestling from the 80s and 90s he grew up on. I'm sure he must have been an interesting guy to talk to for you too.
Oh, he was great. They all treated me like a queen. Yeah. I've never been treated. I mean, I was the oldest one there. I mean, next year will be 40 years I've been in wrestling. So I'm like the oldest person in the locker room and the oldest veteran there. And just everybody was just so wonderful and nice to me from the first time I was there to the last time I was there. They wanted me for next Sunday for the blow off, but I'm going to be outside of Baton Rouge doing a show, so I couldn't be there for the blow-off match, which is bad because I was hoping that they would whack me with a purse or something.
That's awesome. I was gonna ask, like, comparing and contrasting, like, what it was like working with, you know, the younger guys of the day of like yesterday, you know?
Yeah, it's awesome. This new generation, they're just so talented, you know, but what gets me is that they go over their matches in the back and like, I grew up during kayfabe area where the heels had one dressing room, the baby faces had another. And if you had something to say to one of them, you sent it through the referee. And that's how you get your finishes. And that's how everything you would do. And so it still boggles my mind that we're all in one dressing room and everybody's going over their matches and doing other stuff. And I'm just like, we didn't do that. We didn't have the luxury. You know, we called everything out at the ring. And it's so much more spot on. And just the high spots and everything are just phenomenal.
It seems like more of a team effort from people I talk to.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.